Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you're watching No Reserve Classics. And guys, if you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because you never know, your dream ride could be in the next video. And here we are, guys, in this 1967 Ford Mustang GT500 Restomod. And this baby is featuring a 520 cubic inch FE big block motor with a 4-speed top loader transmission. And of course, that Ford 9-inch rear end. On the exterior, an original S-code vehicle with an original candy apple paint coat on this vehicle. Now it does feature all the GT500 Shelby tributes from front all the way to the taillights. Now if you guys remember on our coming soon video of this car when we first got it, we took those, I wouldn't say ugly, we took those factory wheels off of this bad boy and gave it something it deserved. This 18-inch Shelby 427 fully polished forged wheels that we custom ordered, and man, do they look good. On the interior, a beautifully laid out parchment interior that is definitely period correct, especially with the Shelby GT500 steering wheel. And last but not least, the underbody. While this vehicle may look stock, this baby has a few key tributes. It has the Mustang 2 front subframe, which includes power rack and pinion steering, coilover system on here, as well as Willwood disc brakes. So guys, stay tuned, because I'm going to take you guys with me for a ride in this GT500 and really see what she can do. Now, although we're not in our showroom today, if you guys visit us at No Reserve Classics, you'll be able to take this GT500 for a virtual 360-degree tour. That's right, with this simple swipe of a finger, you'll be able to view the beautiful exterior of this car. And after you're done with that, hop over to the inside for another 360-degree virtual tour. And if you guys have any questions on how to get this vehicle into your garage, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815, and I'll be sure to guide you through the full process. Now, as we look at the outside of this vehicle, an original candy apple red car looks absolutely stunning. Now, in the front of this vehicle, you're gonna notice we changed it up just a bit. It does have the Shelby front end on here, which includes that ram air hood, as well as the front nose cone on there, and those awesome LED lights that we just installed in there. That is our Restomod LED split headlight package with the DRLs, the daytime running lamp. So as soon as you put that baby into the midsection of the headlight opener, bam, you're gonna get these 4 lines that really give the attention that this vehicle needs to the front end of this vehicle. And if you pull it just a little bit further, those LEDs are definitely gonna light up the road, especially driving this vehicle at night. What I really like about those is that white luminescent color that you're getting off of those headlights, and it pulls back to the vehicle. You'll notice these white stripes that go from the front all the way down to that Shelby trunk, giving it that iconic look that you see on this vehicle. Now, as our eyes scroll down the side of the vehicle, you are going to also notice the correct Shelby scoops, top and bottom on this vehicle. And if you just move just a little bit further, you're going to be pulled into the back end of this car. You're going to see those iconic dynamite stick taillights in there with those sequential LEDs. As soon as you hit those brakes, man, the person behind you will definitely know this guy is slowing down. Very, very bright. And also that Shelby trunk is in great condition. I mean, fiberglass has a tendency to warp a lot, and that trunk looks really good, especially when you're gonna be seeing it most of the time when this car is passing you by. Now, overall, the exterior of this vehicle looks super aggressive. Now, besides all those Shelby attributes that you see on there, the one key thing that brings this car together and brings every car together, in my opinion, are the wheels and tires. Now, these were special ordered 18-inch staggered, forged, polished wheels on here. They are the American Racing VN 427s, and they are a Shelby look-alike wheel with that 3 spoke spinner cap on there. Looks really, really nice and super aggressive. And one of the reasons why, and that's gonna bring me into my next point, seeing another classic car, is why does this car look so good? And that's because the stance in the wheels, the way the car is angled, gives it that bulldog look, really aggressive, like it's coming at you from the front end. And that's because of what's on the underbody of this vehicle. Now, especially under good acceleration, the suspension on this vehicle definitely holds it down. Seen another Mustang who was pretty impressed. Really holds this baby down to the road, and it doesn't lift up that much, which is really nice when you're trying to accelerate really hard. Now, this does have a very good reaction on turning, as you're switching lanes even. Not much body roll at all. Really good vehicle, whether you're daily driving it or just cruising down to a car show. Definitely a fun car to drive. Now, if you can imagine yourself 1967 picking up one of these vehicles and driving it over time, and over time things wear out, the ride gets worse. These cars are very noted not for their comfortability in riding, especially not for their steering. This vehicle has been upgraded already to the Mustang 2 front end subframe. So you're gonna get your power rack and pinion, which definitely helps, especially if somebody pulls out in front of you and you need to jerk the wheel real quick and get over to another lane. Really, really reactive, very quick. I mean, you seen I did that. I could do it with one finger on here. Got a good grip on the steering wheel, but it is paired up with coilover suspension in the front. And what that's gonna give you is the adjustability of the reaction of the shock, and also as well the height. So if you wanted this car to sit a little bit lower, you can do that. If you wanted to sit it just a little bit higher, you can adjust it as well without having to buy any key accessories. Now, connected to those are the spindles, and right off of those spindles are the Willwood front disc brake system on here. Now, this is a 520 cubic inch motor with a lot of torque. So when somebody pulls out in front of you, you definitely want to hit those brakes and make this baby come to a halt. Now, the rear end of this vehicle, it does have the Ford 9-inch rear. So if you were to do any power upgrades on the motor, that rear end could definitely take it. And the factory leaf springs on here are doing their job and holding this baby down to the road and definitely giving us a very comfortable feel. Now, that 9-inch rear and those factory leaf springs are held in by the track bar. So when you hit this baby, give it some gas, you're not gonna get any wheel hop on there. Now, paired to and connected with the frame connectors and the front sway bar, definitely gives this frame the solidarity and gives the body a very nice solid structure, especially when you're doing hard turns or even just daily driving. It makes the car a full-framed vehicle technically, because these vehicles didn't have full frames back in the day. They would have a little bit of body twist or body roll going down the road, taking tight turns, especially with this much horsepower. So with all those key components, it definitely gives you a tremendously improved handling and comfortability than this vehicle definitely would have came with out of the box in 1967. While we're talking about power, let's open up the hood. A 460 cubic inch motor bored out to over 520 cubic inch, making this a 520 FE big block on here. Now, if you look at the motor, you'll say, man, this has a lot of space. But the reason why is because with the Mustang 2 front end, the strut tower symbols were removed. Those big, bulky strut towers that were in there look absolutely cleaned out and give this motor and this engine bay the look that it looks like it would have made from the manufacturing plant. Looks like it would have came this way. Definitely a very classic look. And if you didn't know what the vehicle looked like before this, you would say, man, that car came like that. Let's just keep on walking by. But there was a lot of work to put that front subframe, not just only the underbody, but the engine bay and everywhere else to make this motor fit in this vehicle. So let's see what this 520 cubic inch motor is. Now as we're going through the gears on this top speed 4-loader on here, I will tell you that clutch is very smooth. You can definitely feel it when you start slowing down. You pop this baby into third and hit that gas. It is super torquey. So let's test out some of that suspension. Downshift here. Give her a little bit of power. All right. Got a little bit of sideways right there, but it does have a really good grab on there. And it brings me to my next point, the interior. Let's face it, guys, as soon as you buy this car, you're gonna sit in this well-restored parchment interior. Now, parchment, it is like, let's say, not white, but a cream, very close to a cream color look on here. And it's all the way around on the dash, on the door panels, the A-pillars, the seats, and even the rear seats. So the seats on here definitely feel like they were refoamed. Very good cushion on here. And don't worry, guys, safety is a big thing. Everybody gets a lap belt. You get a lap belt, you get a lap belt, and you guys in the back get lap belts as well. But overall, very comfortable no matter where you're sitting in this vehicle. And the steering wheel, the dash, very factory and very original looking. You have the beautiful wood grain steering wheel, 3-spoke with the working horn, got that Shelby GT500 emblem right in front of us, with the 5-gauge display on here, displaying our gasoline, our oil pressure, RPM, speedometer, as well as the temperature of the motor. Now, directly to the left of that is gonna be our heating controls. Now you just turn this baby right on, and she's gonna throw that blower on and defrost this vehicle so you can drive this vehicle even when it's ice cold out. Turn that baby on and heat up the whole inside. If you wanted to cool yourself down, you simply crack open this side vent window and let that nice cool air cool you down on the inside. And while we're talking about being cool, one thing that we upgraded on this vehicle is the radio. Now it is a JVC radio that does have AM, FM, CD if you still have CDs, as well as Bluetooth. So forget about having your phone, picking it up to your ear. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel, and let the radio do its thing, pumping out those sounds out of that center dash speaker as well as those rear speakers in the back, just letting you enjoy the ride. I mean, this is a beautiful car, a red sports car, classic, an investment that you can drive. You can make memories with this. Bring your buddies with you to the golf course in it, throw the golf clubs in the back, fold down that rare fold down seat in the back, make some space. I mean, bring the kiddos along. Now, one thing that personally, I think this car is good on the inside. One thing that I would add, in my opinion, would be a nice center console over here that we are available to get you guys. We'll match it up with the parchment interior. It'll give you a nice center console in here with 2 cup holders in. So that way, if you're going to a Cars and Coffee, you're just relaxing, you have a space for your cell phone in the center, as well as some drinks. This car is super fun. I mean, we got it in 4th gear. We're doing 70 right now, bringing it back down, cruising, hands off the wheel. Look at those bumps, that baby's just sucking it up. You got great scenery. The car is driving good. Let's give it a little bit of turns over here. Very nice. I mean, great Sunday cruiser, great weekender. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Very clean and very simple. You got a good grips of the steering wheel. You feel one with the road. You don't have to worry too much about the potholes. I mean, everything has been gone through this vehicle as much as we could have gone through it. And I will tell you, it's a pleasure. I'm downshifting. Imagine having this car. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't really get to push this car too hard, but I will say I'm used to maybe a 5 or 6 speed on here, so I do wish it had just a little bit more gearage. but I get it, it's correct to a GT500, which is really nice. But I will say, we're gonna have to try that again real quick. All right, got a little bit sideways. All right, now this vehicle, wow, third gear 60, okay. All right, guys, so I changed my mind about this vehicle a little bit. Wow, it's got some power. Now, it definitely did start to wake up right around 3,500 RPM. Yeah, you can feel that carburetor sucking in that air through that air cleaner up top. It's got a lot of air coming through that Shelby hood. Nice ice cold air, baby. So guys, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna enjoy this car probably for the rest of the day. It looks like we're just about to break 500 miles on this build, and it is so much fun. So guys, if you're looking for a vehicle like this or something similar, check us out at No Reserve Classics. Don't forget to turn your notifications on all of our social media platforms, because you don't want to miss out on not only your dream classic car, but also a really cool, fun investment. Heck, who wouldn't want to drive their bank account around? I know I love my job, so I'll see you guys in the next video. And guys, I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you've been watching No Reserve Classics. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815. And if you guys haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you never know, your dream ride could be in the next video.